How far do you push your brain? What do you make your brain do on a daily basis? And are you taking breaks? Now, I've always been interested in neuroscience. I've always been interested in sensory processing, in how we are in touch with the world around us. But I'm also someone who has some abnormalities when it comes to processing and thinking. I would say that I am a busy bee. I am someone who often has like 800 tabs open all at once in my brain and on my desktop. I digress. I think multitasking is something that often people with ADHD or people, different thinkers, really commend themselves on, really take pride in their ability to multitask. But what if I tell you that that is literally what Buddha and philosophers say and define as monkey brain? When you are bouncing back to back with all different ideas, are you truly present in what you're doing? It is such a blessing that we're able to juggle so much. Like, I would compare it to our expenditures, our ability to have thumbs to grasp and hold things. Why evolution has always been in our favor. But for me, I think multitasking has made so many things worse in my life. Multitasking has made me almost addicted to the sensations and feelings that I have to always be doing something, and I can always be doing more instead of just being. It's like if I sit with myself, then my brain is wanting to do something. It wants to run around. It wants to have that freedom to just go on its own. And I think it's such a disservice to what I could be doing in front of me. When you are spreading yourself so thin, you can't do everything as good as you would like. It's not possible. Because if you're writing a paper but also thinking about clients, and if you're also trying to listen to a podcast, when you're trying to give all of those buckets the same amount of energy, you can only do so much. You can only give so much. And with that, your output is going to be not what you would like. Think about how we have this whole discussion about work from home versus work from the office. And so many people are saying, when you work from home, you can multitask so easily. You could get more things done in your life. But there is a time and place. I'm not bashing work from home. I work from home for my full-time job. But does it ever cross your mind like, wow, I could actually get up and make my own coffee in between sessions instead of lesson plan? Or you could lesson plan while you're making your coffee? And with that, you're diluting the process and your interaction with the world around you. Now, there's so much joy and love that you could give to something when you are fully intended in focusing on what's in front of you. The output that you can give is tenfold versus what you kind of dilute it between. Would you want to live a life that isn't as in touch with the world around you? Or allowing for distractions to kind of take precedence over the task that you would really like to accomplish? When I'm looking and thinking about what I have to do throughout my day, I want to set the intention to focus on one thing. Whether this be one thing to focus on in a 25-minute block, or an hour-long block, or let's just say I'm trying to work on a presentation, and I have like 3 hours worth of time. And you're going to work on that one thing, and you're going to do it well. And you're going to think about the benefits it has on you, it has on others, it has on everyone's well-being, and how it can lift you up versus bring you down. To live an intentful life is not only honoring you, but also honoring your higher power and honoring what you're interacting with. Imagine you're being vulnerable with someone and you see that they're looking around and they're not interested in your conversation, and that hurts you. That bums you out. Think about that with everything you're interacting with. Because energy and that flows both ways. And from a scientific perspective, when you have energy and are focused on one thing and you see the benefit from it, you're not exerting energy onto 4 different things, 3 different things, and your brain isn't going to be as exhausted when you get out of that activity, meaning you're going to have more energy after that. That monkey brain, that Buddha, that all these Eastern philosophers were thinking about, it goes a long way. So next time I want you to think, when you're dipping into multitasking, think of it as your addiction to needing more stimuli. Think of it as your brain wanting to take in as much as it can. You're going to realize, wow, I'm going to burn myself out because I'm trying to do 100 different things, and it is not going to get me the output that I would want. And in the end, it's going to take me a whole lot longer. Your sensory system's going to be so overloaded when it's trying to think about what you're processing, handle all these different types of input, whether you're reading, listening, you have every sensory system stimulated. Don't you love yourself enough to focus on one thing at a time, be intentional, and get the output that you want? You deserve it to yourself. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.